Okay. Funny because first of all, hello. Thank you for being so patient. I thought I was going to be able to get your reading done yesterday, and time got away with me. Um, it took off with me in another direction. So, anyways, I started out with another deck, and this deck was just not. It was not. It's a deck I haven't used for 2 years, and I found it in a bag, and I put it on my altar, but it's still not. It's all swords. So I think it still needs a little bit more time. The last person I read for was an ex, was my ex, and so I don't really want to. Let's not do that. So this is always a good talkative deck too, and I know you have you can tell that you have exciting things going on. I've been watching your Facebook, and I've been enjoying it. So I'm going to do one more shuffle. And then we are going to get into your energy. Yeah, the other deck was just, I had pulled a couple preliminary cards, and it just, it needs more time in a safe space instead of being in this having this bad energy in it. It just was kind of put away for a while too. So, but this is my Nightmare Before Christmas deck, so it's always a good talkative deck. So, I'm gonna get into your energy right now. One more shuffle. Okay, good. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Emperor. A lot of red, crazy. The Fool. The Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. All right. Kind of funny because when I was pulling cards before, a couple of these cards came out, and I was like, I just decided not to use this deck. So interesting, you do have, yeah. So I don't know if you can see all the red. Crazy. I don't know if you can see that. I'll hold the cards up too, obviously. Okay, current situation. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords in your current situation, it's actually a good card. It's about movement forward. It is the card of good communication. It's the card of kind of like your quest is almost not negotiable. Like this, the Knight of Swords is like, he moves forward. He does not move backwards. He moves forward with clarity, with stability, with the mental, actually the mental clarity. I know this is going to work. I've worked this out in my head. I'm not willing to compromise. So I actually like the Knight of Swords. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, is this the devil? Just because this is this goofy deck. But this Knight of Swords is great. And he's coming out in your current position. And then what's complimenting you is the Queen of Pentacles, which is the money queen. So stability, not compromising, stability, being open and honest with yourself and others about what your goals are, being open and honest with the universe about what your goals are. And then the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Abundance. And she is what's complementing you not compromising, you getting mental clarity. It's almost like something is snapped into place and you're like, yep, this is my goal. This is how I'm going to do it. I love it. And I mean, it's definitely, when you have Pentacles, it's always about stability, money, property, things coming to fruition. So we look in your headspace. We got Aries. We got Aries. Got to let go of some control. You got the Emperor. So it's the major of Aries. You also have Aries in the foundation too. So Emperor reversed in your headspace is about letting go of some of this control, letting go and letting things flow, basically. So instead of being a closed fist, being an open palm, it's a little bit of that energy, but it's also just this intensity. So I don't necessarily read this. I think there's a couple different messages here. There is this intensity. There is this drive. There is this, you do have to have a good bit of control because nobody, who else, But I will say you got to let go of a little bit of it and let the flow come to you as well. Okay, so sorry. Overwhelming need to yawn. I'm not sure why. Anyways, I mean, maybe there's a little bit of restlessness, and maybe when the Emperor is reversed, the Emperor is like, that it's your major. So it's like, look, it's like Santa Claus. He doesn't want to rest. But I also look at this particular Emperor reversed in your headspace. It's a great time to regroup. It's also a great time to really be completely, I don't know if the word's clear, but because this is coming out reversed, and it's like, this is not that this is a time of rest. I mean, we look at Santa, it's summertime, right? And it's like a time for him to rest. Sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. They'll probably start barking again. But anyway, so when we look at this Emperor in your headspace, it's really like you are the only one really in control, so let it flow. You don't have to hold on to this even, you don't have to hold on to the reins of the sleigh too tight. I mean, because you're already in control. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And then in your past, I love it. What did you do? You took a leap of faith. This card is associated with Aquarius, but I also it also has Aries energy to me because it's card number 0. Aries is the first, you guys are of the babies of the zodiac. You guys are the first sign. And that's what the Fool is. The Fool is taking that leap of faith. The Fool is, this, you wouldn't be where you are right now without this card. Is there a safety net? I don't know. Am I going to make it? I don't know. What's on the other side? If I jump off this cliff, what's going to happen? I don't know. Just do it. So interestingly enough, you do have these two majors that are like, now that you've taken this leap of faith, you do have to kind of like loosen up a little bit. And I don't mean loosen up yourself per se, but it's more loosening up your grip of this because things are happening. So the one card I don't like that I'm going to have to take, well, there's a couple as we move forward. We have a Knight of Cups reversed. So the Knight of Cups is, about not going backwards emotionally. This is kind of, because we have a lot of, we definitely have a lot of fire. We have a lot of stick-to-itiveness. We have a lot of, but just the Knight of Cups reverse is any sort of person in your life that could come back, that's manipulative. It also could be just you in the future. I'm going to take a couple cards for the Knight of Cups in the future. It's because everything else is so great. But when the Knight of Cups comes out, it could be, be aware of anybody. This is almost like a false start in love, or almost somebody that's coming in your life that's not quite the same running at the same vibration as you are, okay? And then in the foundation, this is what I was saying. We have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is another Aries card. It's the 1111 wish fulfillment card, and it is in the foundation for your spread. Now, originally it was reversed, okay? But I'm going to put it upright, and we're going to take a couple clarifiers in between the Knight of Cups and this. I don't, this is a minor arcana, but because you have the Emperor reversed in your headspace and this in your foundation, it does talk about Aries kind of like, not necessarily self-sabotage, but like letting go, not being as controlling. Let's take from the top. Yeah, so we have a King of Swords reversed. So there's some situation that needs to be cut out here between kind of the wish fulfillment of your foundation, which you're already well on your way to doing towards your wish, your wishful thinking, your abundance. But there's some kind of energy here that is manipulative, that wants to cause disharmony. And then you have this King of Swords reverse, which is kind of saying you have to cut that out. You have to cut that person. And I don't think you're in a partnership, so I don't, but it's something like that. It's either somebody who, I don't even know if you're supposed to be in a partnership with, but the Knight of Cups and the Four of, it's somebody trying to erode your foundation. So just be careful. Just be careful. They're minors, so I'm not, but there's a little bit of concern as we move into the future. And it's just causing you to really cut out extraneous issues, situations, people even. And I also, nice, okay. I wanted to take a card between the Emperor and the Knight of Cups. You have the Ten of Cups. So you're going to, emotionally, you're going to restore this. But it's just like when we come full circle. So we have in your headspace, we have the Emperor reversed, which is about letting go of some of that control. I pulled a Ten of Cups in between this Knight of Cups, which is in the future, reversed. And then Ten of Cups is like, look, you're right where you need to be. There is harmony. There is unity. There is a happy ending. But then we kind of go down the line. It's like, because there's something you have to cut out here. That I don't want it to erode your foundation, your original wish fulfillment. Whether you have somebody in your ear trying to convince you to do something different with your business, just know that me saying giving up control doesn't mean giving away control, if that makes sense. Okay, so how do you feel? We're going to go over here and talk about this. Yeah, there's definitely, I don't dislike the reading. I don't. I was hoping for a little bit better because there is good things, but there seems to be either some sort of situation coming up that I just want you to be aware of. So how you feel about the situation, you have the Four of Swords. You have two self-care cards. And I love it because this is how you feel about it. Your attitude is in the right place. This is the card of meditation. This is the card of meditation, of going inward, of being clear with the universe. And this is what you have. And then you have the Hermit up here too. So you have the ultimate self-care cards, and you are in the self-care business. So to be honest, this is coming out right parallel to the Four of Wands. This is your wish fulfillment. The self-care for yourself, and then guiding others to self-care. So I'm going to put a bridge card between these. Yes. So we have the Seven of Cups. So it's about being kind of a little bit, not emotionally overwhelmed, but having many choices. So it's a Scorpio card. So it's like, yes, in between your foundation and in between the self-care card, it's kind of like you are, I don't want to say you're fighting for stability, but you know that you have to put the work in for the stability that you want to maintain. Okay. So again, you are in the self-care business. You are taking care of yourself. You're coming first. This is how you feel about it. This is how you feel about the Knight of Swords moving forward. Like, yes, I'm being clear with the universe. I'm being clear with what I want. There's no going back. And then of course, what's crossing you or complimenting you is the Queen of Pentacles. So you're here for this. In your external, this is what I'm talking about. You want to avoid whatever tower moment this is. This is a little bit of a warning. There's some sort of situation coming up or something maybe you don't see coming. Now, the tower is reversed in your external. So this means this is something you can totally avoid. And that's what I'm saying about the Emperor being reversed and the Four of Wands being reversed in your headspace and in your foundation. It's kind of saying just when you let go a little bit, then you're able to kind of look around and see, okay, let go a little bit of the control. But this Tower reversed, I'm going to take a couple cards. This is coming from your external. I don't know if it's somebody who is, I don't want to say until... Yeah, I was going to say that. Queen of Wands reversed. Somebody who's trying to knock you off a pedestal. Just be very careful. Yeah, because we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Somebody who wants to knock you off the pedestal to affect your abundance. Okay. I read this more as a male energy, but it doesn't, sometimes females present as males in the tarot. So that's not necessarily it. But because you have a King and a Queen of Pentacles reversed, you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So there's this King of Pentacles that's either jealous or petty. So I just want you to be careful, okay? Let's say take from the bottom of the deck to see what your challenge is in this situation. Yeah, your challenge is the Lovers. Your challenge is to make the right choice. Your challenge is to choose you. Your challenge is to make this choice with grace and love. And what choice is it? Whatever this choice is, to walk away from this situation or to not feed it any fuel. So that's coming from external. And what we're going to do is after I do the full Celtic, we're going to break it down and pull out the majors. And then in your hopes and fears, you have the Hermit. So the Hermit is the ultimate self-care card. It's the card of going inward. It's the card of safety, security. Okay, so that's your hope. And then when we come to your outcome, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. So the Seven of Wands, I like it better reversed. It's about being proactive. It's about taking, being in the offense instead of the defense. It's. So I like all of this. I like the seven, but it's going to be a little bit of a test. There's no other way that I can describe this other than that. Yes, is somebody trying to steal your abundance? Is somebody trying to force you to make a bad decision? But you're not here for it. I mean, but at the same time, in a moment of weakness with this Knight of Cups reversed, that's all I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is take out all the majors. We're going to put them in order, how they came out. Because there's a significant amount of them to warrant us doing this. And I like to do it where it's very helpful to kind of see, in a timeline, if we take out all the extraneous. So the first thing we got is the Emperor reversed, which is you. So the Emperor reversed is still, it's Aries. So it's going to mean a little bit different for you because you're an Aries, right? So it's this card of the Emperor is somebody who's in control. He is somebody who is dominant, in control. But when he's reversed, it's just really about, another thing too, is this is not a time to rest on your laurels. There's more work to be done. And it's coming for you because we got the Fool that comes out after this. I chose to put the Fool after this card because I pulled this card first. So the Emperor in your headspace is like, now is the time to keep pushing forward and to keep, it's not a time to rest. Yes, it's a time to regroup, but it's not a time to rest. And then, of course, the very next card is the Fool, which is about taking that leap of faith, moving forward, not really having a choice. Don't have a choice, moving forward. Next card is the Tower reverse. This is about, having your sights on internal, but also external. Internal workings is fine, but you have to have an eye on the external. I don't want somebody to come in and pull the rug out from under you. This could be an orchestrated tower. This could be like, I am shaking things up and I'm doing it on my terms. Because the very next card we have is the Lovers, which the Lovers is about a choice. It's about, with Adam and Eve, obviously. Eve decides to take a bite out of that apple. And she does it because, she feels that's the right choice. And in many ways, it is the right choice, right? So the Lovers is about making that choice where there's other people involved. There's, it's not just you, even though you're the focus of it. It's a Gemini card, so we're in Gemini season. So it's also, there's a duplicity with this. So this is just saying, know both sides, okay, and make an informed decision. And it is coming out after the Tower. And I'm just hoping there's not either somebody coming back from your past. I don't have a Six of Cups to say that, and I also don't have a Judgment card, which is like second chances for somebody. But if there's somebody new in the mix, it's just use your best judgment. And then we end up with the Hermit, which the Hermit is that ultimate card of self-care. It's and again, that's your business, number one. Number two, it's also about he's got, in this is a weird deck, but the Hermit has the star in his lantern, which is the wish fulfillment, but it comes from a lot of introspection, but it also comes from like looking outward too. The Hermit is one of those cards of, kind of emerging from a time of quietness into bursting into, okay, now what? I got my lantern, I'm going to light my way. And again, bursting out into the Emperor's space. So I'm going to pull a card from the bottom to see what your challenge is again. And your challenge is going to be the Eight of Swords. That challenge is going to be to keep moving forward. You're not trapped. Self-sabotage is not an option. There is a bunch of freedom here. Of course, and I think I equate this with the Emperor about the freedom of letting go of some of the control. That's going to be, because this is such a much better card when this is reversed. It's like, oh, the obstacles I thought I faced really aren't there. And that's what this kind of tower is speaking, an orchestrated tower. a shakeup. So I hope that helps. This reading was a little bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be, but I hope it's pertinent, and let me know, and I'll upload this to you now. And have a good rest of your day.